Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, on the official Magic the Gathering Arena YouTube channel. The bans are in and they are official. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Invoke Despair, and Reckoner Bankbuster have been banned from Standard. Does that change much? Well, without the endless value to fear and must counter style threats like Fable of the Mirror Breaker and Invoke to fear from a Rakdos deck, maybe Control is back in the meta. I know many like me, many of my fans, many of the people that I'm here representing are waiting for some good classic few win con, lots of board wipe, counter removal control to be a part of this metagame. We're going to see today if Esper Control has what it takes. We're going to play it in Mythic. We're going to see how it does. The black is for some of the best removal spells in the game. You don't get better than cut down and go for the throat. And while black lost Invoke Despair, and that really hurt it in the mono black type deck, we still have those cheap, sweet instant speed removal spells. We also have Siphon Insight, a card that digs into the opponent's deck and takes cards from their library. Something truly evil and somewhat tilting and salt inducing. And I think that that makes it exactly what an Esper Control deck should do. On top of that, we have another, a number of ways to counter spells, gain life, stay alive, Wandering Emperor, shut the opponent down, Memory Deluge to get cards, and we're playing best of one. So Invasion of Arcavios actually lets us access our sideboard in best of one, up to 7 cards in the sideboard. So over in the sideboard, we have some specialty cards for special matchups. Very, very special. Each individual hammer cards that we get at the right time. But remember, Invasion also searches your graveyard and library, so sometimes what you need is already there. Still, I love having a reason to have a sideboard in best of one. It makes me feel like I'm getting just a little more value than my opponent who doesn't. So, love to Invasion of Arcavios. It was also my preview card for the March of the Machine set, so show love when I can. The mana base is sweet, and we have some Murex, which can also win games with the Phyrexian Mites. So, it's time to go test it. Is Control back? Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. If I'm willing to accept Murex as a blue source, this hand is keepable. And I'm a maniac, so let's do it. I think we'll get there. Then you see your opponent play a forest and you start getting nervous. Maybe I won't. Green, white. Ooh. Okay. Well, I think we have to cut that down. Going to do it before our opponent gets a chance to play any kind of protection spell. Sometimes the counter decks have those. Simian Simulacrum. Uh-oh. Go for the throat doesn't kill that. And now the cut down doesn't hit it. That's bad. All right, let's cast this. I probably won't find a blue source, but we've got to cast it while we can, and we do hit the land. Land that at least produces one of our colors. That's a nightmare. Almost for certain that they'll take the Wandering Emperor. And they do. Whoa, come on now. What are you doing? It's way too many of them. And they take the Revelry. They're down to 2 cards, so we don't get to draw off the Revelry. And they have a protected ape that's getting bigger. Well, this couldn't go much worse. Let's make some blockers. We're missing lands, we're missing a color. And the opponent is popping off. Slow. It's slow, but it might work. We need one more land for a farewell. The opponent doesn't know about the farewell. They can give up their array because they can immediately get one back, but let's see what they do. Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good. They double attack it. No point in blocking. All right, we need this untapped land. If we don't hit it, we siphon insight their deck for it. And hope we get another turn. We may not get another turn. They scry 2 to the bottom. Oh my gosh, they're huge. All right, come on. Come on. It's a land. Farewell next turn, but not this turn. Yeah, swing. If they hit another invasion of Dovahkiin, well, that would be the perfect draw right here, wouldn't it? Interesting that they waited. All right, we go for it. All of it gone. All of it. Even the player. I feel that way when my board gets wrecked too. On the play with a good little hand of removal spells. Bring it. Locked and loaded. Just give me that target. There you go. Bang. Now I'm ready for some Siphon Insight. So, recruitment officers, soldiers. Is it mono white? Is it blue white? So far, it looks like mono white. Let's just take the lands so we get all the way up to Farewell. We can pass from here. Not sure I want to use the Ganjo. It might be the Go for the Throat. Let's see what they play. It's a Hopeful. That's not too scary. Coppercoat Vanguard is quite scary. Let's take out the Thalia. And now we have Wandering Emperor mana or Memory Deluge if they play around it. They're powering up their Foundry. Are they going in with all? They are. Okay, let's try for Wandering Emperor. And the way we want to do this is we want to make the 2/2 so we can block and kill their Foundry, which is kind of an annoying card to deal with. It's something that the Farewell can't get. Then we untap and we exile their Vanguard, and they're down to just a little 1/2.
This is what you get for hurting.
And the Memory Deluge will get us the land for the Farewell. So if they play a bunch of creatures, we'll be fine. If they don't play creatures, we're definitely fine. There's the land. I'm just grabbing another Farewell because I don't think they can beat Farewell after Farewell. Even though right now we don't even have to cast it. We can just cast this Invasion. And we can go search our sideboard for a sweet card. We could grab another Farewell. I think I'll take a White Sun's Twilight. We're going to just hit them with sweepers every turn of the game for as long as we can. Take one. The opponent might be out to just make this Hopeful Initiate go the distance. Let's see if we can find some land. We can. Don't ever be ashamed of taking land with your Memory Deluge, especially when you don't have 7 yet. 7's like the big number because you can start flashing them back. All right. It's time to start driving them to despair. I'll take the Foundry. Those are much more fun than little soldier friends. All right. Play this. Aha. And Farewell them. We could also go for the Twilight to end them. Let's just Sunfall. Let's make the 2/2. Their hand is probably Brutal Cathars because they've been reluctant to play it. Might also have Laydown Arms. That's a possibility. Guardian of New Benalia. Alright, then we're not going to turn this into a creature because we need to deal with this card. Deal with this card first. I'll just say go, though. Our life total is so high, we don't have to worry about it yet. Be patient. Every turn that goes by, you get stronger if you have memory deluges to flash back. So now they play the Adeline. Now they attack. We can take it. We go to 12. Sunset's pretty good. Not necessary, though. The make disappear isn't very good. I mean, we'll just take the removal and the sweepers. I don't think they can beat them over the course of a long game. We'll do another Sunfall. Keep up the Murex. No, we can actually power up the Foundry and attack down the Invasion. Okay, they're done. They are very, very done. It only gets more destructive from there. Our opponent is going first, but we have 2 cut downs. So once we... Oh, did I say they're going first? I'm going first. I'm just so used to not going first. I couldn't help it. I believe we stay patient here and we'll get a better Sunset Revelry. Play a creature. Invasion. This card is starting to bother me. I've played against it so many times now. The good news is as long as you hit your land drops, you're usually okay. You just have to eventually be able to pay the full amount. So next turn, a lot of pressure on drawing a land. Wow. Okay. How many games will they have double invasion or greater against me? Well, they took the memory deluge. We drew the land. They play the Peacekeeper, which name cut down, I guess? We'll see. Maybe they name Sunfall because they're afraid. Just oops, all taxes. They name Sunfall. All right. So we get to do this. We actually want to lose a life here to cast Sunset Revelry, because then we gain the life, draw the card, and make the 1/1s. And the 1/1s defend us. Here's a Skrell that is a cut down target at least. The opponent played into it though, and they have a Brutal Cathar. That's also a cut down target. So we have a Sunfall, but it's a few turns away. Let's take out the Cathar so it does not exile our token, so we can keep defending the invasions. We want to win this war. This battle, you might say, actually. If I were trying to be accurate. All right, so scrutiny for 3, pass turn. If we pass the turn, it becomes nighttime, and if they have another Brutal Cathar, it does not trigger. It doesn't come in on the side that exiles a creature, so they can't move this last one. All right, we're not playing around Sunfall anymore. You can Skrell to name white here to transform the invasion. My plan is to Sunfall. All right, they're doing it. Don't have the mana for a Thalia. So their plan is to hope I do not draw the untapped land. Let's see what happens. Come on, don't do me this way. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we hit the farewell, but not the land. Eh? I'll take it, I guess. Oh my goodness. Wow. And now the soldiers are coming out. Secret soldier theme unlocked. But now they know they're running into a Sunfall. More peace? We shall see. They name Wandering Emperor. We have the go for the throat though. All right, let's see if this resolves. It does, okay. And let's just make sure we hit land. because apparently it's harder than I thought it would be. What was that? 1 land and 10 cards? But thank God the farewell was there. And now here, for you to behold, the mono white Taxes player reeling and withering, fighting for the last bit of life they can get. Let's start the beatdowns. They've suffered long enough.
Kamigawa, let your blade do the talking. Keep watch for intruders.
Bang. And they're going to end it there. All the invasions, as long as you keep up on lands, you can usually overpower them. On the draw, we have a hand that's good as long as we draw into land. Every draw step that's a land is a good draw step for us right now. And the opponent's in no rush to do anything, so that's nice. We need another blue source for Memory Deluge, and then I'll feel really good about this. Right now, the Sunset Revelry does nothing for us, except gain 4 life if we use Pain. And Invasion of Zendikar, I think we'll just negate that. Keep our opponent from getting too far ahead of us. And Make Disappear, I would have rather we got to play that, but maybe we will right in here. Another one, okay. And Siphon Insight for land drop. I will take it, but it doesn't make blue. We're getting bullied by lands. Tablet of Completion, the Reckoner Bankbuster replacement. I thought about that, and then I just didn't have good experiences with the card. We'll see if our opponent's experiences are better. Still no blue. Covert no blue. Hopefully the Farewell can come online and get the tablet and something else. Archangel of Wrath? Okay. You're gonna do a little damage to my face. You notice they left up a blue mana. They don't have black. That's what's missing for them. That could matter a lot because of Atraxa. Alright, please blue. Black? I'll take black. Could have taken a Stomper, but do I have an island in my deck? I do not remember. I'm just going to... Nice. I'm just going to farewell this situation before the tablet gets enough counters. Okay, it's a tapped land, but they do have black now. We need a counter spell. We don't get it. All right, Atraxa might resolve, which could mean we're in for a long, tough game. And they just go for it. All right, if I had one more blue, I might be able to draw into a counter here, but I can't. Brutal. 2 more Atraxas. Yep, letting them have this reload is going to break everything for us. Fortunately, we have a lot of card advantage ourselves. If we can draw into a counterspell and stop the next Atraxa, maybe we can battle through this. Those are lands. And the blue ones are tapped just to add insult to injury. I guess we'll take them. There's a Dissipate. There's a Dissipate. Okay, we're hanging in there. Herd Migration. So, this is something you want to Sunfall. The opponent's going to want to paste these too. Dissipate, Farewell. Blue and blue open, yep. Nice little 5/5 incubator token ready to go. The opponent will probably get rid of it. If they want to do this now, that is acceptable. Better than after we put mana into the card. New Atraxa, countered. Hopefully the rest of the Atraxas for the rest of the game will be countered as well. Land, go ahead. No rush with the scrutiny. Archangel of Wrath, no problem. This is something we can use Go for the Throwdown and feel good about. All right, 3 cards up. Let's do a cycle. Wandering Emperor is good. Four life and 2 creatures. Let's pass for now. We'll use Wandering Emperor on the Archangel. We want to play it anyway. And it doesn't work on Topiary Stomper, and it doesn't work on Atraxa. And you don't want it against all the 3/3s. So this is the best thing to use the -2 on.
Run away. You'll be safer.
When it still has 7,
I am
they could go for another Atraxa or a Tally here. They go for another Migration. We let that resolve because we're going to Farewell to get rid of it. Put a counter here.
Strike fast and
Get rid of all the everythings. Except for our Wandering Emperor. And hold the invasion because we have a Dissipate here. There's the Atraxa, there's the Dissipate. Are they running out of stuff now? They're going to take out the Wandering Emperor, which is fine. There's the Deluge. All right, invasion. Let's search the sideboard. We could try to get our own Atraxa with Breach the Multiverse. I think the safe play is to take the Devious Cover Up and get back this Dissipate to try to make sure that their win cons do not resolve for the rest of the game. Archangel is fine. Like I said before, let these happen. The only thing you have to worry about is Itali and Atraxa, and really it's mostly Atraxa. Itali from your deck hits a lot of like removal spells. If they hit Memory Deluge, they don't get to draw cards off it because they cast it for free. If they hit counter spells, it's kind of sad, but not a big deal. We won't take Cut Down. All right, some land. I have 2 cards in hand. Get this played. Just keep dragging it out. Eventually we do have to find a way to kill them. Or we might deck. This deck can usually come up with stuff. Like the Wandering Emperors are still a form of pressure. And Siphon Insight can help go through their library. Yeah, let's Siphon Insight. Maybe we'll find some win cons over here. Ooh, the Stomper? Okay. I honestly don't know if I have a basic to get, but let's find out. Ah, 2 basics. Make Disappear is probably not effective at this stage. So they go for a Sunfall. Actually, I know what it's good for. We get rid of the Stomper so they don't get a 1/1. It was a little silly, but it is effective. Their Sunfall no longer has to resolve, but if it does, they don't get a token. Two cards left. Let's see if we can put some pressure on them. I guess we want the Sunfall for the next herd migration and the Make Disappear for its many, 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 many useful moments that we've shown off.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you. Guards, to me.
They don't have many cards left. Can they deal? There's a Murex, so that's also a win con. They're at 30. If I try to flip the invasion, something cool about it, if we can protect this enchantment, the Devious Cover-Up can, let's see, it goes on the stack, it copies, it shuffles back in. It can't shuffle itself back in. So actually I don't need the invasion. It would, the copy would resolve first. So yeah, we need to deal damage to face. Face is the place. Although we might be looking for a poison win when it's all said and done. We got the Murex, which might be easier than dealing 28 damage. This is fine as long as we protect. As long as we win the battle. They're going to Sunfall me. Could do the same thing again. Oh, actually, this time they don't have that much mana left over, so this works. We'll use the Might. These are still a better creature, a better clock. Until they're gone, which could happen. One card left. What is it? They've been holding on to it. Ossification. For the Wandering Emperor, I'm guessing? Yep.
I guess that's that.
Another Wandering Emperor, another Murex. Let's keep it coming.
You start. Keep watch for intruders. Guards, to me.
I know it's disappointing that we're not trying to win the invasion. I know. And doubles on my spells sounds really cool, but it doesn't do that much for the deck. They top decked another one. Okay, it's still fine. Be patient. Save the Devious Cover-Up for Atraxa. That's what gets them back in the game.
Until next time, then.
The clock, as it is very powerful and will end the game in pretty quick order. Let's see what they've got in their deck. Stompy? Nice. What else? What else have you got over there? An ossification or an invasion? Ah, the invasion! All right. Just moving all in here because if we get one more turn and they're just living off the top, we should be able to win. Make sure we get the poison in there. That could matter. If they'd top deck a sweeper and somehow resolve it through the cover-up. And... reroll. And... yep. And they knew about the cover-up too, so they know it's over. How many Atraxas did we exile? Did we get every single Atraxa? Did we make the suffering as wonderful as possible? 1, 2, 3, all 4 Atraxas gone. On the play, fun insight into Dissipate. If our opponent comes out too fast and furious, could be a problem for us. But against any kind of a mid-range to control deck, this hand is amazing. And you don't want to mulligan on the play very often. If you do, you'll miss land drops and games will be sad. All right, good start, good start. Nice and slow opponent. Tap lands, I approve. Really don't want to see a Thalia here. Okay, let's get in there. Is this control versus control? Show me some cards. Come on. Oh! Oh, they did not like that. Okay, this is definitely our kind of game. Hopefully their hand has a bunch of go for the throats and cut downs while we're sitting over here with all this sweet card advantage and counter spells. They couldn't counter that one. Oh, yep. Oh, why play mine when I can play yours? Be a good tagline for the deck, wouldn't it? Monastery Mentor. Ooh, a different kind of win con. We got the go for the throat for it. I think we just used that. But they miss a land drop, so we'll take this opportunity to use Memory Deluge. We'll untap. I was really hoping for an untapped land. Oh, the cut down's perfect though, because we can still hold up Dissipate, use the cut down. Yeah, if we had to draw a cut down, that was the perfect time. Oh, ooh, I feel dirty but successful. Is there a term for that? When Siphon Insight is lethal. Yeah, I don't even blame them. I would probably do the same in their shoes. But my goodness, just picking them to pieces. And we are back for a quick post-game wrap on Esper Control. I've done well. I lost a few games, and there are definitely curves that can happen where a soldier's deck hits exactly what they need with Thalia, and you saw Invasion of Gobakhan and Anointed Peacekeeper. These cards are really popular in the meta right now because no white cards were in the ban announcement, and those decks weren't using Bankbuster anyway. So Thalia decks will continue to be best of one popular, and you have to be able to answer them. But cut down is one of the best ways to do it, and a good reason to splash black in what would otherwise be a solid blue-white deck. So I think that this deck has a chance. You'll have some games where it doesn't feel particularly great if the opponent curves out perfectly with Skrelv, Thalia, etc. But in most other matchups, you have a good chance. And you saw us take on the white decks that are very disruptive a few times. Make your land drops, stay calm, hit your sweepers, take it from there. You can do it. You can control this meta. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next one. You're cool.